Normally, if you spawn into a vehicle, that vehicle belongs to someone else. There is an etiquette. It is their vehicle. Don't move it. It's positioned for a beep reason. If you're so lazy that you can't walk a single block, don't drive their vehicle. Go and play Mine Blocks. Mine Blocks? Minecraft. Or Roblox. I've just made a new game. With that said, I will demonstrate how to position a vehicle and why it is positioned in such a manner. First of all, here we are. This vehicle, we've already taken B1. This vehicle, we need this to attack B2, or at least defend B1. Where he isn't doing anything. I have to move it. I can't help it. I have to move it. Even if he learns something. So let me demonstrate what I'm doing here. Let's drive to my position. On the way there, I stop and just check the road to make sure I'm not exposing myself on an open stretch of land. So let's move up. Okay, I have positioned myself behind the VW camper van for several reasons. The first reason is I cannot get hit by an AT4. I will show you shortly. I cannot get locked on by a guided missile because I am lower than the Golf. Well, not the Golf, the VW camper van. And also the ballast to my left is protecting me somewhat, but not quite. The flanks of my vehicle are exposed from extreme corners, but hopefully my team will keep me covered if anyone tries a sneaky manoeuvre. But here we are, positioned. My gun turret is above the van, meaning I am free to fire, and this is my kill zone. Anybody coming to defend B2 will have to travel up this road into my cannon fodder. But also being positioned here, anybody spawning in my vehicle, if they jump out, they are protected by the ballast, and it's a safe spawning point. It's also a forward spawning point, and not having to run down from B1 to get to B2. They're half the distance closer, and the enemy isn't expecting them to be spawning over here. Take a gander at all my teammates spawning and pushing forward from this position. It's ideal.
This objective can make or break the battle. Take it down.
Don't forget you can place down a spawn beaker in a vehicle by pressing V. This gives an additional spawn position if all the seats are taken in your vehicle. So here is the RPG attack. Unsuccessful. Now, after annoying the enemy for quite a while, the only way they can get rid of me is now to use an artillery strike on my position. Always keep in mind when you position your vehicle to have an exit strategy handy. And mine is to the right, behind the bus and down that road. Here we go, look. I have safely got away and I'm in such a position that I can repair the vehicle without being under fire. Ready to enter combat once again. Remember what I talked about positioning? Here's another fine example. I position my combat vehicle behind these crates. Once again, I cannot get hit by an RPG. I cannot get locked on by a guided missile. Well, slightly to my left on that higher bank you can get the flanks of my vehicle, and also if you climb up the tower on my right, but if the enemy is that close we're going to lose the map anyway. So here I am positioned on top of the helipad having a whale of a time. Obviously the damage drop off is quite a bit from this distance, but we're still annoying the enemy and stopping them pushing forward. What does someone do? Spawn in my vehicle, what did we talk about etiquette? Decides to move it. I can't shoot when someone's moving my vehicle. Do not move the vehicle. It is parked there for a very good reason. Nope, they have to move it. What do? Stick it out on the corner, so it is now vulnerable to RPGs. Terrific. I like to position my vehicles so I can have an exit plan. If I get hit by an AT4, I can simply roll back behind the crest of the hill, repair and pop up again. But here we go, someone is driving, they're driving across the top of the mountain, we get hit again, I jump out because I know what's going to happen. Wasted vehicle, thank you very much. Another thing to remember about vehicles, sorry to moan. Another thing to remember about vehicles is they are long distance. You do not drive them into the centre of anything because the enemy have too many hiding spots they can jump out from. You can't manoeuvre and you want to be well away from magnetic bombs because they are the vehicle's worst enemy. Here are some clips. It's a nightmare. The vehicle is taken down within seconds. It shouldn't even be near these positions. I hope you've learned a little something about positioning vehicles and how to have a little bit of etiquette when spawning inside one. Has this happened to you? Oh my goodness. Cheerio chaps. Bye.